positive, motivating force within my life. Should you ever feel the need to wonder why I look in the mirror, look in the mirror. Hey y'all, where y'all been? We are back with another Voodoo Tarot reading. This is mainly just reading the cards, reading the energy, reading the frequency, just going with the flow of protection and elevation. Yes, so we are back with another reading. Ashe and gratitude. I send you money, power, and respect. And I receive money, power, and respect as well. Ashe. So here are the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck on deck. These are the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot cards. Yeah, the best features in here are all of. Hold on one second. Sorry, one second. Ha. Okay, so one of the best features of these cards are the the ancestral realm that's a highly affects this deck altogether, such as the Loa, such as the Irisha, such as, like Aeda Wedo, Dambala Flembo, like Yemenya, um, so many different reflections and ascension of spirit realm of the Orishas through the Loa, through higher frequencies of your ancestral as well that comes through this tarot deck, right? And that is the reason why I've been using it for a long time and why I haven't necessarily got into any other facets of tarot. It has always been the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. It has always been. It was my first deck that I studied and learned, and I do have other tarot decks, which is interesting, and I do have other oracle cards. I just forget about them. Um, this deck and my own oracle cards are sufficient enough. But if anybody else is interested in any other forms of deck, I would read those. But these are my go-to signature deck here, the Voodoo Tarot deck. Right, like I was saying, it has this high attainment attachment with spirit, with your ancestry, with higher planes of communication, of elevation, of expansion, of the dark realm, of many different facets of you as well, right? They all are representations in this deck. Yay, yay, yay. So don't mind me, I'm extra like elevated and comfortable at the same time. I sure am. I sure am. Very much. So let's get into this reading. Let's just read these cards and see what comes up. I share gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. We have some quickness, some fast action going on, some high uh, sexual. Hi, this is like right at the very moment of orgasm, that heightened state where you kind of like lose control. This is what this card reminds me of. This is what this card reminds me of, like that frequency, like that very moment, like that very action, like moments before like an orgasm is getting ready to occur. So this is a little bit of a strengthening card, but it also is like this quick action, like this flash motion that's getting ready to take place. And if you can't see that, this is 3 here. This is 3 here, right? Which deals with sex and death, right? That is the vessel in the New Orleans that deals with the 3 vessel, or the third realm is sex and death. And here we have Gede Le Flambeau, and we know that Le Flambeau deals with all of those fire energies. Dambala Le Flambeau is probably like the first fire energy in this deck. So we have that here. We have a lot of high sexual energy, obviously, that's going around, speaking because of the time of the night, right? So that's the first card that flipped over. And the next one, hey Shayla, The next card that came out, y'all, is the Fool. Once again, this card came out yesterday also. I know it's like, okay, another level, woohoo, but this is like giving a new golden egg, a newness, a new beginning on like a higher frequency, a higher level, right, of awareness. Yeah, sure. I'm just very comfortable. So you have zero, right? Coming, having nothing out of the realm of darkness in this galactical space area, bringing into like this high level of newness, awareness of new beginnings here in this full card, right? Mm. So what's next? Again, these cards keep coming out, and I be shuffling these cards for moments and moments, but the same one always come out. I don't know why. We'll just keep flipping them. So this card, again, is giving grounding and stability because we are in the fourth realm. The fourth realm here. We're out in the waters. We're in the ocean. Okay, everywhere. Somebody's gonna be trying to manipulate you in some kind of social form or format wherever you are involved in school, work, church, wherever there's some kind of socialization, politics, anywhere. There's going to be some kind of manipulation, right? Something is going to be trying to like, um, you know, why are they saying repel? Something's going to be tugging at your emotional strings, right? Everything, basically. If you've been socialized, right, you're going to be in this, everybody's in this body of water, of emotions, of things like that. So that's what's going on here, right? We're out on the boat, but we're stable in this like emotion, in this like unstable type of plane, right? These waters can turn like ravishing, can like take you under at any moment. But here it is stable and is grounded, okay, with four, and again with help. All of the help, everybody's helping out here. Everybody is helping out and gathered right now. Hey, gratitude. Hey, y'all. Good morning or evening. Good morning. So we'll flip through a few more cards. Let's get a card that has not came out before. Spirit. Let's get a card that hasn't come out before. These cards came out before, so we'll just briefly go over those. But this is another La Flambeau card, another fire action. But here is Azaka La Flambeau. He's in the 10th vessel. Here, basically, everybody knows what this card represents in the original Voodoo. But here, you can actually see that somebody's going to have to reimagine a whole new, say, like your business went down, say that something you've been working on, you put your time and attention into for so long, all of a sudden isn't doing well. As a matter of fact, it's just like replenished itself. So here, Azaka La Flambeau is reimagining a whole new journey. Okay. He's reimagining a whole new journey. And the quickest way for him to get to where he needs to be from where he was before, right? Having everything, having his full harvest, you know what I'm saying? He's still working, because I always say this when Azaka shows up in readings. Azaka's representation is this poor farmer, right? He comes off like this bum. You would see him, right? But in actuality, in the spirit realm, he's never bum, never has been a bum, never will be a bum, and all of that. He just likes to represent himself as a bum, but he has all of the riches. He has everything that he needs. He has everything that he needs is because he is a hard worker. Reason why he looks like a bum most of the time is because he's always working. He's always working. So that is one characteristic of Azaka Le Flambeau. He comes off like, okay, like a trash bag, kind of not like a trash bag, but someone who will wear like tear clothes, something like that, or tear shirts. Some things are like that. But in the spiritual realm, he's full of energetic, you can call it so-called materialism or whatever. He's full of that. He has all, he wants that because he's the hardest worker, right? You can kind of tell like what he's wearing here. So basically, long story short, with this card is he is reimagining the quickest way is with sexual energy. The quickest way to manifest, the quickest way to attract, to magnetize is with sexual energy, sexual frequency. Is the quickest way to get somewhere. This is why this card came out first, because this is like the action in the background. Not to say it, you know what I'm saying? This can be good or bad, it's just depending, but this is the frequency of the high sexual energy of getting ready to have an orgasm right in that very moment where you like lose control. Like that's the energy of the magnet, you know what I'm saying, where Azaka is imagining, right? He's imagining having love, making love, being with his woman, right? He's using that frequency, those thought frequencies, and that awareness to bring back what he used to have. Okay, because basically it has all torn down. His face is down like that. His hat is covering his eyes. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's not in this happy, glory, like, happy running stance. He is sitting down. He's focused here in white, reimagining something all new. That is crazy. To kill my boy. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have like the time or the energy to even consider those kind of thoughts. Honestly, like so much of my mental energy really just goes into personal development, and that's a lot of um, energy by itself. The next card is Simbi. Now, this card hardly ever comes up, but it comes up every now and again. I'm trying to flip through the deck where we get some cards that has never populated before. But this card is full Simbi, right? She has all the serpents, right, surrounding her. She has serpents clashing here at the bottom, like, wow, like all this friction here. She has friction at the top of her head, also clashing. Friction at the top of her head, clashing also. Not only that, she's in the eight frequency, the eight vessel, which is a representation of the magic mind. I believe in this deck. Also, it deals with the mind. I know it deals something with serpent energy, the magic mind. I believe. So anyway, this is like too much over application. When this card populate, it generally means that there's too much focus. There's too much over application of, it can be either negative or positive, magical type of energy. Running game, no, I just like to teach. That's all. I just like to teach. And yeah, so Simbi represents, communication, right? In this deck, Simbi represents communication. Simbi represent the ties and the focus to have the communication that, to understand. I don't know if I'm making sense or not. Sorry. Simbi is the act of communication. So basically, this card, whenever it populates, it basically is like too much application here of the magi because of the eight frequency. Too much of the magi, too much magic. And some people don't even know when they're projecting magic, right? When they're using their words, when they're using their thoughts, when they're using their mind projecting like this, like your words, your thoughts are all magical, natural tools that a person can use, like in life. You know what I'm saying? Your awareness depends on that. So, this is an over application of whatever that person's skill is or focus is right now. So, that's Simbi. Okay. That's Simbi. In this frequency, Simbi comes up a lot in this deck, period. But in that card is like too much is in detail here. Too much is going on in this communication. Too much is going on with the mental mind. Too much is, you know what I'm saying? Too much in one area in the mental mind is going array, basically. Okay, so can we get another card that hasn't came up at all. Ashe, ashe, gratitude. Okay, this card came up often. The ancestors, that came out in the last video. This card came out in the last video also. Okay, gratitude. They want me to read into it even more deeper, but I don't want to read into it more deeper. Can we please just get a card that has not been represented here? Ashe, gratitude. We're just reading Voodoo Tarot, you guys. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, and good morning to everybody, or good whatever. Hannah says, I like this card, gratitude. Someone is feeding spirit. Someone is pouring out their libations to spirit. Oya, gratitude, Ashe. This is the day of Oya, Thursday. She's the number 9 queen. The number 9 queen. Oya, yay. I'm so glad that she came out. We're just going to put her to the side. We're just going to keep Oya right there on the side because, we missed her in the deck last time. Another reflection of Simbi. So here's another reflection of Simbi here. Simbi is all throughout this deck in so many different levels, in so many different ways. So Simbi here, this is Simbi de la U, and it's still in this 8 magic mind vessel, but now it's in Congo. So we're dealing with like the emotions, right? Before we deal with Rada, which we're dealing with communication, the power of the word, the sword. Now we're in the boat in Congo. We're dealing with water and the emotions. So here is like a disconnect of communication. When this card comes out for individual, that's when I know that like someone had misinterpreted some symbolisms in their life. They misinterpreted some communication, and they didn't sit on it, and they reacted on it. And this is the card that will always come about, like, okay, someone had misinterpreted their awareness, someone has misinterpreted, their guidance, their journey, their step. They misinterpret this communication. So basically, if there is something or anything that's always out to be like a distractor, as a distractor is not meant for you to stop, it's meant for you to keep going. That is one way of like miscommunication with the spirit realm, basically. So if there's anything that's like an op, or anything that's an op, or anything that's so called supposed to be negative, that is telling you in the physical realm to keep going, to keep striving, for you to stop doing what you naturally were here to do, is this huge miscommunication. As you can see, she comes out from the deepest aspects of the water, right? To like look at all of these different forms of ways that spirit has been trying to reach out here. 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 different ways that they're telling you, like, okay, you've been misrepresented yourself, basically, through the magic mind. That's why awareness, heightened awareness of yourself, heightened awareness of your environment, heightened awareness of your DNA, heightened awareness of just like your uniqueness is key, especially when you are unique. The awareness of that is essential, and it's not to manipulate, but it's to power yourself, right? To to power yourself, because you're always going to influence other people no matter what. Okay, so we'll do one more card, y'all. One more card. Gratitude. Ashe, 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 ashe. Gratitude. Ah, okay. She used to come out often. Urza Lee Freda, a little bit, somewhat. I don't know why. They're so dominant. Like the female women, Loa and the Orishas in this deck are super dominant. Very much dominant. Okay. So we're going to stuff that down, that information, and we're going to stick to her. I'm telling you, like, I've never known of any other frequency in this card as far as like the women, the representation of higher frequencies of femininity in this card and this deck is the women. They're super dominant. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Their energy. So, Ursula Freda de Hemone, right? She, no. Look, first of all, she has mirrors, right? She has a mirror in front of her and she's looking at a mirror. There is a pool of water on the ground. Basically, she knows how to use the power of Venus to get where to manifest, basically. She knows how to use the power of Venus. She knows how to use the power of femininity. She knows how to use the power of her emotions to manifest, right? Usually, when I hear people who contacted Ursula de Himone, she's always crying. She's always hysterically crying. She's always crying, 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 crying. And I think this is one of the way they wanted to characterize her, just solidify that energy in this Voodoo Tarot deck. But not only because when people see her in her room, she's always crying, right? It's not in this card. In that room where people see her, she's crying because of the state of the world, the state of the children, the state of the world, the state of the children is mainly because of the children of this world. Basically, she's so a lot of people don't call Ursula because when she comes back, she's hysterical. She feels the frequency. She sees awe. She knows the treatment of awe. But in here, they use that aspect of her emotions, the power of her tears, the transformational aspect of her tears here to manifest. That's why they have mirrors here. So it's kind of like basically how a lot of I'm not going to be negative, but it's a high frequency of releasing to use your tears to replenish, to start something anew. Azaka is not using his tears, he's using fire, he's using sexual energy, okay, to start something anew, to manifest. Ursula here, she's using it because it's just her skill, one of her talents, one of the frequency, attaching to mother, attaching to nurturing, all of those abilities of releasing, okay? We all drink water, we all bathe in water, we all have attainments to water, okay, as well. Gratitude. Some people can't tear at all, some people have no tears or can't even manifest any tears, right? So, that is our reading for tonight. And thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Henry. Thank you. That last name, Insider, weird. Thank you, Andrea. Hey, thank you for being here, love. Thanks, Rockworld. Thanks, Shayla. Thank y'all, Edward. Yeah. Thank y'all for stopping by. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I send you more money, power, and respect, and I receive money, power, and respect infinitely. I'll see y'all guys in a couple hours. Gratitude. Have a good morning. Bye.